kick us off. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Katie Odom, and we are really excited to share with you a little sip and sample. So grab yourself a drink or a warm drink if you live somewhere up north, and we just want to welcome you to our demo tonight. And if you have your hydrating or purifying mask, feel free to grab that, and we will have you put that on here in just a minute. Laura, do you have the, okay. All right. So tonight we are going to talk about having a skincare line that is without compromise. So when it comes to youth, what's so great is it's anti-aging and it's clinically proven to work, but it's also tested very heavily to be safe. So we really like to say that the youth line has the best of both worlds. It works, but it's also safe. And this is what really sets apart youth from any other lines that are out there. So to kick us off, I have a very special guest, Sarah, who will be on here sharing her story. And she has that beautiful picture in the lower right-hand corner. And she's had a big transformation in her skin. And she's going to share with you some of the things that she's done along the way to help improve the health of her skin.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. My skin story started kind of later in life when I was a junior or senior in college. I started having really bad breakouts, really bad cystic acne. It was super painful. I was on several rounds of antibiotics, and I was on several rounds of trying to take birth control just to get to see if it would help. I couldn't tolerate the birth control, and the antibiotics destroyed my stomach. So they decided, let's try Accutane, because I was older and I just really wanted to get rid of it. And at the time it seemed like the only solution. If you guys have never heard of Accutane, it's a really strong toxic drug that basically just destroys your oil glands in your face, so you get much worse before you get better. And you have incredibly dry skin. It's so dry, you just can't, nothing helps. So it was very painful. Before you even take Accutane, you have to sign several disclosures that you will, one, not get pregnant because it's so toxic to babies, and two, there's a depression one that you have to sign because you do, a big side effect is getting very depressed. And so the higher my dose got, the more depressed I got on it. And actually at one point, it was so high, it was so bad, I was having suicidal thoughts, which if you know me, I'm not a depressed person. I have no depression history. So it was really scary being on this medicine, but it felt like the only way at the time. So the Accutane did eventually help calm my skin down because it destroyed all my oil glands. But I still, years after taking it, I would still have breakouts of the cystic acne. It wasn't quite as bad, but it was still really deep and painful. So fast forward several years, when I found Katie and Laura and then they started with Shaklee products, it really changed my skin. I started on the Prove It challenge a few years ago. I did the cleanse. I started doing a strip and shake a day and started noticing even the keratosis on my arm started clearing up. And then I found the miracle of youth. And that really kind of did the 180 on my skin. Not only have I not had a breakout since being on youth and since starting a strip and shake a day, but my skin is healed. I don't have the blotches. I don't have the scars are gone. I mean, I had just deep scars that I thought I was gonna have to live with. And I can walk outside without makeup on and I feel pretty confident, which is for years, I would not even walk out of my house without makeup on. So it's been a long journey, but just fixing my gut helped with the keratosis, and then just using a product that wasn't bleach based. And I've tried every product out there, and and nothing's worked. I mean, I would still get breakouts. So I'm a big proponent of youth. I love youth, and I can't believe what it's done for my skin. So if you have any doubts about youth, just look at my before picture and my after picture and know that it works. And it's non-toxic. So my 8-year-old has started using it and loves it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah. And I think Lauren's going to share her story, but I just have to comment, my skin has always been dry in the winter. And since switching over to youth, and specifically our hydrating line, because we have a line geared towards hydration, my skin is no longer dry. And so I used to have like eczema patches on my eyelids, and my skin would be really itchy, even my arms and my legs, using some of the lotions that Shaklee has. But as Sarah said too, it's really working on that foundational health and building healthy skin from the inside out, which is also really important. And then Lauren, I think you're going to share your story too.
Yeah. So it's funny because, you know, what Sarah has shared, that's just, I find that so often with Shaklee, it's like we might start using some products to help with one area, but then we experience these side benefits. And then she was just sharing how she was on these medications that would have these harmful side effects. And so I just love, like with Shaklee, that, for example, when she is improving her skin, it's also the products she's using internally are helping with immunity and with our mental health as well. And so I just found that as I was on the picture on the left, it's actually my wedding day. I was 22 years old. And the picture on the right, I'm 32 now. And that was just a random weekday. And I used to just like love the sun and would tan and all that kind of stuff. And so I've dealt with like fine lines and wrinkles and spots, and would get like the pregnancy mask when I'd be pregnant, and people would be like, oh, you have freckles now. And I'm like, well, it's actually a pregnancy mask. And so I just learned the importance of protecting my skin and making sure that I'm taking good care of it now, because even though I'm only 32, I just know that what I do now will pay off down the road. And so one of my absolute favorite parts of the youth line are these BB creams. And so I actually mix my 2 shades together to match my skin tone. But this has the natural SPF in it, and this is probably one of my favorite products. So we'll get into the line so you can kind of learn more about what it is that sets these products apart from all the other skincare on the market, what makes these products so special. Okay, so we have our masks. And so if you want to get yours out and start applying, please do. We have the purifying clay mask. And so this is what really like draws out any of those pollutants in your pores. And so this does have like volcanic ash and clay, and you can combine these too. So that's cool. So if you feel like, you want to use the purifying maybe on your nose, like your T-zone, you can totally do that. And then some people will get kind of more dry like around here, and you could use that hydrating mask if you'd like around here. So it's totally up to you. The really great thing is that both of these masks, these full-size jars that will last you quite a while, both of these are free with the youth regimen. So that's a really awesome perk. And so you can let this sit on your skin for about 10 minutes. And then I like to take a warm, wet washcloth and I just gently exfoliate it, and your skin is going to feel so soft, and it's going to be just so fresh and so clean. So go ahead and start using that. Katie, did you want me to share about?
Yeah, I can do the next couple.
Okay.
So for those of you who might not be familiar with Shaklee, they are a company that has actually been around for over 100 years. Dr. Shaklee actually helped to create the very first vitamin 100 years ago. So really, Dr. Shaklee has really led the way when it comes to living a healthier life, and really when it comes to finding natural solutions to your health, whether it's healthier skin, whether it's a healthier weight, whether it's more energy, whether it's building up that immune system. Shaklee has so many different ways to support you. So you can see here on this image, all the way from like the first biodegradable green cleaners to we've been able to support NASA and Olympians and just really well-known products that are out there. Really 100 patents and patents pending, and 138 clinical studies, which is just amazing. And so when it comes to any Shaklee product, they go beyond organic. And what that means is they're very heavily tested. And when you think about an organic farm and the standards and the process that a farmer might go through, they don't always take into account the air quality. They don't always take into the account perhaps water that comes into the farm. And so when Shaklee goes beyond organic, what that means is they take it up a step higher, and they really test heavily for purity and to make sure that it's without any kind of possible chemicals or toxins. So just a couple numbers: 100,000 quality tests a year that are done by Shaklee. They do 350 tests on just a new botanical ingredient. We're also a green company, so we completely offset all of our carbon emission, which is really neat to partner with a green company that helps keep the planet green. We've planted more than 1 million trees. And we also have the scientific proof. We have the clinical research that shows that these products work. So when it comes to our skincare, I don't just want to know that it's safe and that it's green, but I also want to know, especially as I get older, that it's going to really help with those anti-aging, less fine lines and wrinkles, also that hydration in my skin. What I love too about our line is that when I go to bed, excuse me, when I go to bed, my skin will actually work to repair and rebuild from some of the night creams that you put on. So what's really cool is that you can use the products, and then for hours later, your skin will be repairing and rebuilding overnight. All the Shaklee products have a 100% guarantee. And so if you're thinking about trying the youth line, I encourage you to do so. And if you're not happy and you've tried the entire line, you can completely get your money back. I think it's really important to talk about how in just 26 seconds is how quickly it takes for a personal care product to enter your bloodstream. And so finding those safe beauty products is really important. And we ban more ingredients than really any other company when it comes to the safety and the purity of our youth line. And I believe that our youth line also took 8 years in the making, because they wouldn't produce something until they found products that were proven to be safe and proven to work. And that definitely takes time. This is just a list of all of the ingredients that we will never include in any of our youth products, and it just really shows the clinical results without any compromise. You can see a full list on the shaklee.com/naturally website. And then again, here's just some information. We have over 2,500 banned ingredients that Shaklee does, and you could see in the US, it's really sad, but typically a lot of beauty products will only ban about 11. Europe is actually known for banning quite a few chemicals, but we go up even more so from 1,382 to 2,500, which is awesome. And then Lauren's going to talk a little bit about what sets our youth line apart.
Yes. Okay. So I love the simplicity of this, because anything that was going to be like take way too much time, that's going to be like overwhelming for me. So I want something quick and easy. So, like Katie mentioned, just the purity of the ingredients is so important. So this goes beyond even just the vitamins and the protein and all that kind of stuff that goes into their skincare as well. And so everything's vegan, cruelty and gluten-free, dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic. It's great for sensitive skin. It's non-comedogenic, which means it does not clog your pores, and it's ophthalmologist tested. So this is the cleanser, and it's got this nice little click top, which is nice so that when you're in the shower, you're not having to like deal with unscrewing a top and putting it somewhere. And so it's this nice little click top. You don't need much. If you want to put a little bit on a washcloth or like a little silicone scrubber, you can if you'd like. I do that sometimes. But it's really great. It has exfoliating algae in it. It has it's pH balanced and it has vitamins and polyphenols. It's very gentle and it's great for like, I don't use makeup remover and I'm able to just use this, which is really nice. And then the toner, this is what's really great for exfoliating, hydrating, and nourishing your skin. And so you just put a little bit on a cotton ball or a pad, and then you can just swipe it over your face. And this is a great way to kind of prep your skin even for the next step. So what you can do with your kit is you can customize it. So if you would prefer the activating serum, which this has 10 times the active ingredients that really helps to regenerate your skin. So as we age, those skin cells stop turning over quickly. Like when we're young, the regeneration process is like so much faster. And then as we age, it slows down. And so this serum, which is like a little click top, this has encapsulated vitamin A, retinol, polyphenols, and then lotus japonicus and apple cell and schisandra, which are all things that are going to help to rejuvenate your cells overnight. And then if hydration's a big issue for you, this is the hydrating serum. So you can choose this one instead, and it's just a little pump top. And so this is going to help too, like with aging as well, because if we're really dry, then our skin appears older, like our lines are more evident and all of that. So they're both good options, and you can even use both of them. And the cool thing is that this month, the serums are 10% off. And so you can actually use the hydrating first if you want, because it really gets down deep. It's not just moisturizing, it's truly getting down to layers, providing like 212% increased hydration, I think it is. And so you can even use this before you use this if you want to go like really at it. And then in the morning, there's the moisturizer. And so I love this jar. And so this is, you can pick, again, which is really nice that you can customize your kits based on what you would like. So I love the feel of the morning moisturizer. It feels very light. It doesn't feel greasy at all, but yet it moisturizes really well. And so I love that one. There is another option that has the natural SPF 30 in it. This is a chemical-free, mineral-based sun protectant. And I just prefer the feel of the one in the jar. And then, like I mentioned before, so that I'm making sure I'm always protecting my skin, I use the BB creams. And so these are really nice because these are 5-in-1. So this is not just, this isn't just preventing like sunburn and sun damage. It also helps to like correct and even skin tone and all of that. And then another piece that you can use if you'd like. This doesn't come in the kit, but if you want to add it on, it's a great one. It's the Restoring Eye Treatment. So this is a peptide blend. It has that Vital Repair Plus that you can find throughout the line. And it also has licorice root extract, and it has this really cooling metal tip. So I don't know if you can see that. And then you just squeeze a little bit out and you apply it here. And this is really nice, again, to moisturize, to help with the crow's feet, and to help with puffiness and dark circles and all of that. So I use that before bed, and I use that in the morning as well. And so I mentioned the morning moisturizer. So the only difference then that you would do at nighttime is the nighttime moisturizer, which Katie mentioned before, how that is going to also really help with that cell regeneration while you're sleeping. And so this, again, you can customize. It might sound a little overwhelming right now, but when you go to look at it, there's really just a couple different choices. For mostly just the moisturizers is really the only time you really customize it, and the serums. I prefer the rich, but there's also a light version as well. They honestly both work really well, but the rich it has that shea butter and jojoba, and it just feels like really like you're just really locking in all those good ingredients and vitamins and herbal extracts and all of that into your skin before going to bed at night. So that is the gist of the whole line. It has also been seen in Self magazine as well. And then what's really cool too is that when Katie mentioned that it's clinical results without compromise, Shaklee has so much integrity just throughout all their product lines and throughout the company. And so often with skincare, you can find that products that will work, right? I mean, there's some different skincare brands where you can find that they really do work well. However, you're compromising your health in the process because it'll be filled with harmful ingredients that can be absorbed in your skin and into your bloodstream. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you can find really natural products that, that aren't going to be harmful for your health, and yet they really don't make a difference in your skin tone or your wrinkles or your any of that kind of stuff. And so I love that with this youth line, you get the best of both worlds, and it's backed by clinical study. And they found that 100% of women were clinically proven to have younger looking skin, and 2/3 actually shifted their skin age index. They shifted that into a younger decade. And that was, they looked at things like the wrinkles, skin texture, pore size, hyperpigmentation, skin tone, radiance, all of that. These are a couple of the key ingredients. And so with everything with Shaklee, it's designed in harmony with nature while also backed by science. And so that muscadine grape is really helping with the repairing and protecting your cellular DNA. And it also helps to block that collagen and elastin breakdown that, again, as we age, we start, breaking down the collagen and elastin, which is what gives your skin that youthful look. And so there's a Vital Repair Plus, which is a bunch of antioxidants and vitamins to help prevent that free radical damage. And the Lotus japonicus, it's to help that regeneration of your cells and the collagen and elastin. And then the Sisundra, it helps to provide more nutrients and energy to the skin. So these are a few before and afters. You can see men use this as well. And you can just see like each of these people, they probably had some different key areas that they want to address. So you can tell that for some, it might be more of the fine lines and wrinkles. For some, it could be overall evenness to their skin tone. And so you can see that each of them saw improvement. So, just like Sarah and I kind of have, we both dealt with acne too, but, it's like each of us kind of have different things that we'd like to improve with our skin. So it's really cool that it's not just targeting, one area. It's so many different areas with our skin. So basically, like I said before, it's super simple. It's 4 simple steps. And if you want to add in, like I mentioned before, if you want to add in the eye treatment, awesome. If not, that's totally fine too. It's really, really simple. It's quick and easy. And then Katie, did you want to talk a little bit about the hydration? I know that was like a really big thing for you.
Yeah, definitely. So the hydration is so great because it really works. It has technology that works to really attract that moisture in your skin. And I think what I didn't realize until recently was the more hydrated our skin is, the more that it will actually help to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And obviously, it also is way more comfortable on our skin when our skin feels softer and smoother. But especially in the winter months, we've worked with a lot of people who have had that dry skin using the hydration line, and that has really been helpful. Mm-hmm. So this is the hydration line. And the eye treatment that Lauren talked about as well, but the hydration line, sorry, I keep going back and forth. The hydration line is wonderful because, as Lauren said, you can customize it. Here's an example of how you can customize according to your needs, and the person that invited you today can help you pick out a regimen that works according to your needs. And then if you've been doing a mask, you can now take it off. And I really want you, as you take it off, to afterwards, just feel your skin, and you will notice how much softer and smoother your skin feels after just one mask application. Mm-hmm. Imagine now using the entire line and what it can do for your skin, And also, I just want to note too how long this line lasts. Each bottle, depends on which one, but I mean, I would say on average, they last me between 6 and 9 months. Some of them even last me closer to a year. The ones that are a little bit bigger, like the creams, I just use a little bit, and that little bit goes a really long way.
Yeah. Okay, so I mentioned before that you can actually get the 2 masks for free with the regimen. And what's nice too is that you can get this whole kit now, but like Katie said, there are several of the products that will last even longer. So you don't ever have to like replace things like by buying the whole kit again. You can do things individually as you need them, which is really nice. It helps to, cut down the costs a little bit as you continue on with the products. It also gives you free lifetime membership. And what's really nice with Shaklee is that their membership program is lifelong. So you never have to renew it. You never have any weird like minimums or, requirements or anything like that. It's just a great way to save 15% off of retail price. It doesn't mean you're like a distributor or anything like that. So it's just a great perk. But like unlike Costco and Sam's Club, you don't have to renew it. And so it's really nice. You get that membership for free with the youth regimen. You also get free shipping, which is really nice too. And then I mentioned the BB creams, and these are a really great idea too for gifts because like they feel amazing, and they correct, they hydrate, they nourish, and they protect. And so I personally, you can see I have a little bit of darker skin tone. And so I do like to combine, just for reference, in case you're curious, I do like to combine the 3 and the 4. And then basically in the winter time, I just use a tiny drop of the 4 and a little bit more 3. And then in the summertime, I might use a little bit more 4. So some people only need, just one shade and it perfectly matches them, but I just like to combine them, and then it stretches the bottle. It's not like you're going through one bottle as quickly. So this makes a really, really great gift idea. There are some other little sets too, if you're feeling like, okay, maybe I can't do the whole regimen right now, but I would like to try a couple products. So again, just ask whoever it is that invited you, because these are some nice little bundles that help you to save anywhere from $6 to $10. Okay, our mascara. Katie, do you want me to talk about this? I love our mascara. This is another one that if you need a great gift idea for anyone, any beauty lovers in your life, this mascara kind of blows me away because I've tried a lot, and I've tried the natural kinds that basically they were a waste of money. Like I literally would throw out tubes that had hardly been used because I just was not happy with them. And I love this mascara. And so you don't feel like you have to, keep pumping the wand in over and over and over again. And so one part of the wand is it helps to strengthen your lashes, and it also helps with like the volume. And then another part of the wand you can like flip over, and it helps with like just what's the word I'm looking for? Like smoothing it all out, making it all like so there's no clumps or anything like that. Like it's just an awesome beauty product that isn't harmful for your eye health at all.
So I think too, when it comes to your skin health, one of the things we really recommend, especially this time of year, is it's called our Prove It Challenge, and that really helps to build healthy skin from the inside out. And one of the things we really look for is that could possibly mean that you would benefit from this is if you're feeling tired or you have trouble sleeping, concentrating, brain fog, memory loss, sensitivities. A lot of times skin rashes, eczema, or itchy patches can oftentimes signal a need for your body to build that foundational health, but also to do what's called a 7-day cleanse that we do in with the Prove It Challenge. So just very briefly, if you're interested in learning more about that, you can ask the person that invited you, but it's a great program that's 30 days where you take a vitamin strip and a shake, and you are guaranteed to feel better. And what's amazing is, as Lauren talked about, some of the side benefits that often happens is when people do the Prove It Challenge, they feel better, they have more energy, they lose weight, their mood improves, but also they'll tend to notice their skin starts to improve. They'll have less breakouts, more glowing skin. And that really, again, is working on that foundational health and filling in those gaps of our diet that we're oftentimes lacking. So we just want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. And there are some specials that are happening right now. So it's actually the perfect time to get started with trying youth as well as the Prove It Challenge. So if you right now, there's 15% off of our serums, which are like such a huge part of our youth line in that anti-aging and that hydration. They're two of my favorites in the line. And so those are actually 15% off this month, which is awesome. And then also just to keep in mind, a lot of times people are thinking of teacher gifts or mother gifts or friend gifts, and youth makes a really nice Christmas gift. So if you're thinking about giving it a try and perhaps, sharing a mask and doing like an at-home spa night for a friend, or that beauty lover, as Lauren talked about, or even just pampering mom. I know that so many moms or women really love being pampered. And so it really makes a great gift this time of year. And if you're interested in learning more about what it might look like to be a referral partner, reach out to the person that invited you, as well as what's so great about building a business from home is that we get to help people in this flexible way with these online classes. And while you share that with other people, you can be rewarded along the way. And so we just want to thank you so much for attending our live Zoom with youth, and I will take any questions right now that you guys might have. Otherwise, any questions? All right.